And here with the Beckley All-Star 16 manager, Don Barnett. And Don, it's a good day for some baseball. You guys are getting ready to play a scrimmage, but reason for the scrimmage, you're going out to Wisconsin for the area tournament, district tournament next week. What's the team looking like now? You won the state tournament, I think, just about 2 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks ago tomorrow. What's the team looking like now?
Well, we've got several kids that are on several different travel teams, and I think for the most part, for the last couple of weeks, we've had a bunch of kids keeping the roads hot, playing baseball. And it's been a great summer for it. The weather's been good, opportunities are there, and they're taking advantage of it. So I hope that plays out well for us.
One of the guys that's been burning up the highways baseball-wise is Levi Barnett. No relation, but I'm sure you're thinking great name. He's a guy I think he's just turned 17 yesterday, he told me, and he's an older, experienced guy. He's played in the state championship game. What kind of leader is he for your team here?
Levi's one of those, even when he was a little younger, he was a little more mature than most of the kids that he's played with. And he brings just an air of confidence. And I guess that comes through his experience, maybe, that it rubs off. And these kids seem to play better when he's here and when he's around. And he's a great kid and a great athlete.
Every kid I talked to today said he was kind of one of the leaders of the team. I mean, it must be nice to have a guy with that kind of experience. Here he played for a state high school championship. It's probably the highest honor you can have as a high school player to play in that state. And you've coached in those with your softball team, Shay, for several years. But also he played on your team that won the state championship. I mean, what kind of experience, what kind of factor is that, having a guy that's been able to do those things?
Well, you hear people talk about that it factor, and some kids have it, some don't. He's one of those that does. We're going to look to him for his bat, for his glove, probably for his arm, probably for his leadership, probably to tell some jokes. I mean, he's just one of those kids that any coach around here would love to have.
Your son, Sam, is one of the top pitchers on this team. Just talk about he went from being a guy that didn't really have to do a whole lot as a freshman because his team had Cam Mance. He learned a lot from that season. Talk about the way he just developed, and he's really one of the finest arms in the area right now.
I appreciate that. Sam has, honestly, over the last 2 or 3 years, has really fallen in love with this game. And
was it another sport before?
Well, all along he's played football and baseball and track. And yes, ma'am. And but really, over the last couple of years, between the middle school ball at Epling and some travel ball, and then the high school, he got into a good situation with high school baseball, and he has really just taken to it. He's had a nice growth spurt. He's gotten a lot stronger, and he works. He's one of those kids that he does tirelessly work to get better, and it's really paying off for him now.
What do you see in his velocity right now? Where is he sitting at this summer? Where do you think he can be at next spring when the high school season rolls around?
He has been clocked several times in the low 80s, and I think he's topped out the highest I think anybody has clocked was 84, and that's as a sophomore in high school. Depending on the weight room and more growth opportunity and more commitment to getting better. I don't know what his limit might be, but I think the way he's working at it, he could be another one of those pretty good ones.
Do you figure? I know that he was a really good football player, and I assume the same track athletes are athletes. Do you think he's just going to try to make this a baseball thing, or is he going to keep playing everything?
I'm not sure.
No decision yet?
Not sure at this point. He probably is playing more baseball right now than he's ever played in his life. Between the high school summer ball and Babe Ruth and the Babe Ruth All-Stars and traveling with the West Virginia Lightning, and he's got a group of kids he just absolutely loves playing with and been a part of, and Yeah,
It's about
he's really
baseball
kind of
every
found
week,
a
right?
niche. Yeah.
Almost every day, you guys are in baseball mode.
It seems like this summer we've been at a ball field almost every night.
You got a couple young guys, freshmen, both freshmen at Woodrow were starting pitchers for Woodrow in Brady Williams and
Uh-huh.
Drew Gallagher. Just talk about what they did. You're talking about guys that were a member of a regional staff last year. The same opportunity just a couple years back.
Yeah.
Last year they went to the World Series. They had 3 no-hitters in regional play. Their team.
That's unheard of. That is
That's
absolutely
regional
unheard
play.
of.
That's
Yeah.
a step up from the state.
Yep, that's big boy
That's
ball.
everybody's state champion or runner-up or something.
Yep, and they went through it last year like a hot knife through butter, and I think it really surprised everybody in Southern West Virginia really at how well that they were able to go and perform. But on the flip side of that, I don't think that anybody that had been part of that group was really all that surprised when it happened.
The group, maybe the area, not the group.
Right. It's just an extremely talented group of kids, and
Do you think that experience for a guy like Williams and a guy like Gallagher who played in the World Series can help in this situation too? I mean, I guess just knowing what to expect is pretty. It gives you a step up.
absolutely. I think anytime you can go into a situation and have a clue what to expect, what's going on, how you're going to handle it with your nerves and your performance, I think it only helps. And I think we have a dugout full of kids that have played a lot of travel ball, a lot of upper level, even high school ball, and they're heavy weighted in experience. And I think that'll hopefully pay off big for us moving forward.
You got another guy who's 14 on this team, Tyler Wilhite, that got permission to play up, and he's certainly shown that he can play at this level. In the state, I think he was one of the top performers, in the state tournament over at Babe Ruth a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Let's talk about his progress and what he's doing. Here's a guy that's already played in 2 of these,
Yeah.
which may be the most experienced on the team and playing at that level, but he's the youngest guy on the team.
Yeah. Well, and he's just another one of those kids that he's got a great bat. He's got a great arm. He's technically sound, fundamentally sound, and loves the game.
He also says he considers himself, he likes pitching more than anything.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Because I thought he showed some real confidence and real knowledge the way he played the outfield, center field for you in that tournament. Yeah, I think he threw out a runner or 2 at the plate or on the bases, made some nice running catches.
Yep. Yeah, he made a nice play from center field on a fly ball, and probably halfway to the wall, and kid tried to score from third, and he hosed him by 4 or 5 steps. I mean, it just it's not just talent that makes that play; it's confidence as well. You got to believe that you can throw the ball and make that play and be accurate. And he's a confident kid. He's athletically talented as he can be.
How confident are you going out to Wisconsin here next week? I know I heard some of your parents talking. They're already thinking about the Mall of America, so they're making plans.
Yeah.
But you gotta be. How confident do you feel that you can stay out there,
Yep.
make their trip really worthwhile?
Yeah. Well, we were up there a couple of years ago, and the talent level changes a great deal when you get to that point. And we know we're going to see the best of what's all around us. From Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, Ohio, Wisconsin. I don't know what they have, but I do know what we have, and I think that 1 through 12 in here. I think we can hit the ball up and down the lineup. We play good defense. We pitch well as anybody.
These trips aren't free. Is there any way people can help out if they want to?
Absolutely. We've got a Facebook page set up with Beckley Babe Ruth 1516 All-Stars. And
That's the name?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there are several, we've had several fundraising opportunities going on. Folks can go on there and see all the different things we have going on. There are also PayPal links for donations or for purchase of things we've had for sale. or they can reach out and individually sponsor kids, or they can come up and make a check to the Babe Ruth organization at Beckley, West Virginia. Those kind of things, they don't come cheap and they're not easy. And we've been fundraising pretty hard now for a few weeks.
And if people haven't seen this team, I can attest. These are a very nice group of guys to watch play baseball because they know what they're doing. You can tell they're well coached. Don, I always appreciate your help, and
Yes,
always have. But certainly wishing you guys luck out in Wisconsin.
Thank you, Dave. We appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man.